Hi guys, it's Loretta with Sparrowhawker Designs. Welcome back to my channel. So I have not been on in well over a week because there's just things that needed to be taken care of here. Some major deep spring cleaning. I couldn't find either one of my desks. So been taking care of that quite a bit. And then I also finished up my class with LorriMarie. This, I already showed you this one, and I showed you the Despair into Hope, and then I showed you this one. This was all in the last video that I did. So I have to fill up this book with well, here's the last one, and then I have to fill up this book with other stuff, so I started working on other things to put in this book. So this is an altered book, and it's a altered book class. It's really just sort of the techniques that LorriMarie Jenkins teaches. So anyway, this one we have our handsome dude here. You can't really see this on the camera, but it says Romeo Jones, DDS takes a wife. So DDS means Doctor of Dental Services or whatever. And then, so you slide this up, and these are his two choices he gets to make. I don't know if you guys can see that, but both of these ladies have their front teeth blacked out. That's why somebody in the class suggested he should be a dentist. That wasn't my idea, and I went with it. I was like, oh yeah, that's fantastic. Because I knew this was the picture I was going to use on the page, but the idea of making him a dentist was not mine. It was other people in the class. So you can see there, I just used, see if you can see this, some texture paste there with a stencil, and then I just kind of went over it a little bit with, I think, some gesso, and then some aquamarine, maybe some kind of seafoam green kind of paint, and then I sprayed some purple ink, and on this I used rust paste around the edge to try to get the look like this was an old frame. And I did a little bit of gold paint and then some purple paint in there as well. Hope you can see that. So all of these images in this book are from my private collection. So this is one of my pictures. And actually the original of this has a big tear right here in this guy's cheek. But he was just so distinguished looking that I had to buy it anyway. And I doctored it up with my, what do I use? It's not Photoshop. It's Paint Shop Pro. So anyway, and yeah, just a bunch of textures and stuff like that. The sliding thing was not difficult to make. It looks like it would be, but it's not. You just take a piece of, you could probably use cardstock, but you would have to, you know, paint it and decorate it and stuff like that. I used scrapbook paper, so it's a little thicker. And you fold it over, and then you take it around to the other side and glue it together. But first, before you do that, you put this on there. And this is just, you just make a tube on the back of the picture and glue it onto the picture. And the tube, I used a toilet paper roll, which I think is what LorriMarie uses as well. But honestly, you could use anything to make the tube as long as it's really sturdy. So leftover pizza box, you know, some kind of cardboard, something like that. Anyway. So that was the last, it was a 4-week class, and this was the 4 techniques that we were taught. So I've added my own stuff in this book because I'm like, well, I have to finish this book. I can't just leave it like it is. So I did this one. This is a paper doll, and this is a napkin behind there, and some cut flowers. I don't know if you can see I also painted all this with a really fine shimmer. I absolutely love the background on this. So how I did the background on this, I really should probably do a video on that. But okay, and so you can see, I also wanted to say where this I glued in here. And then I just did collage with book pages over it. I was a little concerned because it's really thick right here. The other thing you could do would be then to glue pages together like that so that it would be safe in there, but I did it this way. So I used book pages to do collage work first, and then I painted it with gesso, and I painted this side with gesso, and then I put them together and pulled them apart, and it made this really neat texture. And then I had also painted this one originally with a, what color brown was that? Raw umber, and it just was way too dark. So then I added some blue, and then I went over it with a napkin. So I tried to get some of that raw umber off, and when I did, I used like a deli paper, and so then I just kind of blotted it on here. So that's where you get these darker points in here. And then, after that, LorriMarie is all about layers. Then after I did that, I used tea bags. I took the tea bag, emptied the tea out, opened them up, and then I decoupaged them on top of the gesso, the raw umber, and the book pages. And these dark streaks here, is from the tea. That I just thought it turned out so cool because the tea bags were already stained because they were used. So anyway, I did a little splatter too, I think, in here somewhere. I did some stamping over the flowers. So anyway, I just loved the way this lady turned out. And then over here, I was trying to continue with like the duality that's in the book. Of course, she has nothing to do with duality. But I was trying to continue with that. So I drew these eyes. And then I put a cutout butterfly. And this door is made out of book pages from another book that I tore the pages out of, and I glued them together to make them super thick. And then I put hinges on, and then, like I said, the background originally had been, it was book pages, just like, I did collage work. And then I did the raw umber, which just took over everything. And then I tried to take some of that up and put down some blue, and I still didn't like it, so I decoupaged this napkin instead. It says, "Who am I?" And then when you open this up, it's got, "Am I me or am I you? Claire Lee or Sarah Sue?" And the reason for it is that they look so much alike that I just thought that was kind of funny, to like get, I'm confused. Am I you or am I me? It's just silly, whimsical for the book. And this time I didn't use the screws. This time I used the brads. And so this is what you can see them on the other side. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do on this page yet, but anyway. So that was that. So I drew these eyes. I have a couple of other things that I drew. I have a bunny that I drew, and I have a girl that I drew. So I think I'm going to incorporate that stuff into this book. So, she says to kind of start in the middle and then do a page in the front and then do a page in the back, so that, because otherwise I think it puts more stress on the spine if you start at the beginning and go through, or start at the end and come back. So if you just kind of go back and forth and work in different spots, then the book's integrity will stay. So there's that one. So I've already got collage on this page and these two pages, so I'm probably going to do these two pages next. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on them. But anyway, I just thought I would come on and show you what I've been working on. I have also been working on the travel theme crazy quilt, which I just about have a block that's almost finished to show you. The circles and stitches, Hugo decided to eat more of my circles, so Oh my gosh, I'm like, I literally just left the room to go get a glass of tea, and I come back and he's eaten my circle that I was working on. So, so I have to cut out more circles and stuff before I can continue with that project. But anyway, yeah, so I'm excited. I want to get, let me try to learn how to talk here. I want to get the travel theme crazy quilt done so I can start on my garden theme quilt. But anyway, so yeah, this is what I've been doing. I just love her. Okay guys, that's all for me now, and hopefully I'll be on in a couple days with a finished crazy quilt block. So thank you. Bye.